we have had some conflicting reports today around Tchouameni, Chris, but it does certainly start to look like he's going to be Real Madrid bound. So if I can bring this up and read it out, RMC Sport, I believe, have been credited by many people as being the ones who have said that he's made his decision and he will be joining Real Madrid, which has been his dream. And we worried about this yesterday, Chris, because we knew Madrid have new priorities now after missing out on Kylian Mbappe, and a player whom they were, happy to maybe sign has now become a bit more of a priority, as they need to, of course, bring in some big signings over the summer now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm absolutely gutted, mate, if I'm being honest. I geared myself up for Tchouameni. Everything about him tactically, he fits into this Jurgen Klopp system. He's the right age bracket. He'd be a very, very good price. But it's no surprise that a club like Real Madrid are in for him, and the fact that he'll be playing alongside a future international teammate forever in Camavinga. The two of them will be playing for France for the next 10, 15 years. Like, I think that'll be a big attraction for him in the end. But yeah, mate, I'm gutted. I'm not gonna lie. I was really, really happy when we were linked with him, and I just don't know whether it's the right move for him in comparison to moving for us, because I know he would be extremely valued by all of us Liverpool fans.
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, I said yesterday, and I stand over this, but for me, if Liverpool show so much interest in somebody, and we clearly have, and he was our first choice for the summer signing, it looks like, it does extra hurt when Real Madrid come in and then all of a sudden, like, he's almost their sloppy seconds, if you get me, and he's going to move there. So for me, yeah, it's a huge knockback, but ultimately, in an ideal world, I'd like players who would crawl over broken glass to come and play for Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool. But I understand that that's a bit idealistic from my perspective. But it looks like a figure of about 80 million euro plus potential bonuses are being cited by RMC Sport around that deal, which is not an insignificant amount of money.
No, and they're going to give him about £200,000 a week as well, which would make him one of Liverpool's highest paid players if he did come to us on that fee. So yeah, it's as I said, it's not an insignificant amount of money. It's a lot of money for a lad who's only had really 2 full seasons of football. But he's got so much about him, Craig, and he's going to be an absolute star. It's just going to be very interesting to see where Liverpool go from here. If they are interested in investing in a midfielder, which I'm sure they are, with Oxlade-Chamberlain leaving, probably. James Milner's out of contract. Maybe he's staying. We don't know that. Naby Keita's out of contract. We don't know anything whether that's going to get signed or not. So I'm sure Liverpool will be moving for a midfielder, because otherwise they'll be very short going to next season.
The problem is, though, Chris, who could that midfielder be? Look, you know where I am on this. I'm the same as I've always been, but I also believe that I don't think we can price Jude Bellingham away from Borussia Dortmund.
No, especially with Haaland leaving, they're in a very strong position there. Next summer, maybe the summer after, even. Like, he seems like a guy who's very screwed on about his career. I don't think he'd make a silly move. I don't think he'd make a move for financial reasons. I think he'd be someone who would choose. It's clear to see that he wants to be the main man at Dortmund, be the big fish in that small pond, and then move on when the time is right. He clearly doesn't feel the time is right yet. And it is going to be interesting. Sangare is the one that I'd be interested in personally. He's, again, someone who's a lot lower profile than Bellingham or Tchouameni, but someone who I think could have the capability to step up and play for Liverpool. But to be honest, I'm struggling for other alternatives than him.